Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? This is Dane from NYY News TV. I'm here with Carlos. This is the Yankees Farm Report podcast. Carlos, how you doing today, bud?
Good. How you doing, Dan?
Good. So we wanted to go over some promotions from the last week or so and talk about what they've done since the promotion. So Los, who you got for our first guy?
Just before that, just real quick, just wanted to make this because I've had people who literally said to me, "I have never heard of this guy. I don't know who that guy
Yes.
is," which is pretty crazy to me in this day and age. But yeah, I think the number one promotion that came last week was Drew Thorpe. People have been asking for that for over a month, why it wasn't happening, and it finally did. I mean, in 18 games, Drew Thorpe was 10-2, which tells you that he was going deep into a lot of games. He
He
pitched to a
averages in
281.
over he's averaging over 6 innings a start. And you
Yes,
just
which
don't see that anymore.
I was just about to say that you don't normally see that in minor league games. That just tells you to the kind of the quality of a pitcher that he is.
Yeah.
He pitched to a 281 ERA, a 107 whip, um, 214 average against, 76% left on base. And I think at the time he had struck out 109, I want to say,
Right.
making him one of the leaders in the league.
I
And
think
of
he's
course,
got a
he debuts,
yeah,
and we already saw how that went.
yeah. I think he's at 139 strikeouts now, and he was
Hmm.
leading as of Sunday. I mean, he has been so good. I I still have Hampton just a bit ahead of him, but
Hmm.
Thorpe has it's just he's such a good pitching prospect. I it's been a long time since I've seen one as good as him.
Same thing for me. I still like Hampton a little bit more, but every week Drew Thorpe just impresses me more and more. Every week he just ups the ante a little bit more. He just goes a little bit further than what he did the last week. And it's been impressive to see.
Yeah. And he doesn't have blow you away stuff. Kind
He
of
does not.
he's got stuff that'll put you to sleep, but
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He rope a dopes you because I think his fastball typically sits around 91, 92 miles an hour. He tops out at 95. He'll hit that maybe a few times in a game, but we all know what it is, right? It's the changeup.
right.
It comes like
Yeah.
a sucker punch. You don't even see it.
That slider ain't bad either. They swing
It is
right over
not.
the top of that too. And that
It
cutter
is
that
not.
he's been throwing more lately has been a lot better pitch. Oh, who'd you have number two?
Number two was Agustin Ramirez.
Hmm.
Um,
That's as exciting as the first one.
yeah, it is. He's a guy that when he was at Tampa, he he didn't perform as well, which was a little surprising to me. And I felt like I saw him at Tampa. I went to a couple of Tampa games, and he just didn't seem happy. And I would
Right.
say that that's probably because he wasn't playing every day.
Right.
Coming off of a season that he had in the FCL, I thought he was the MVP of the FCL. He led the league with 51 RBIs. He hit well over 300, and he was the RBI leader by a wide margin. But going into Tampa, I thought he was going to have a really good season, but he did a lot more platooning than what I thought. And maybe that just affected his play. He got to Hudson Valley. He's playing every day. He knows he's going to play every day, and he just took off. He was the player of the month there last month. Um, he hit 384, 430 on base, 1144 OPS, 19 extra base hits,
Hmm.
9 home runs, 23 RBIs, and striking out at just a 14% clip.
I think that was the most impressive thing for me was the strikeout rate. He
Mm-hmm.
makes such hard, loud contact, and he's still only striking out less than 15% of the time as a power
Right.
hitter. Whoa.
Yeah, when if you've never seen him swing, there's just bad intentions behind that. I mean, he's hitting 109-mile-an-hour rockets all over the field. It's very it's very impressive to see in the fact that he's keeping it at a 14% K rate. It just speaks to his discipline and to his
Yeah.
ability to make contact.
Yeah. And that bodes very well for his future as well, because you don't
Hmm.
see power hitters with strikeout rates below 20 very often, much less 15.
Right.
So who's number three?
The next guy is Jared Serna, who was another guy that for a long, long time we thought he should have gotten promotion. It just didn't happen for whatever reason. He played 95 games at Tampa. He hit 283, 350 on base, 41 extra base hits, 19 home runs, which I believe is third in the organization now, and his
I think
71
he's,
RBIs.
yeah, third or fourth, I think.
Mm-hmm. And his 71 RBIs led the entire org led the entire org.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's another guy that didn't strike out a lot, but as soon as he started to find his power, I think the strikeouts went a little bit more. So his strikeouts ticked up from about 12% to 16.9 percent while he was at Tampa.
That's not bad though. I,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not a 1-to-1 like he was in the FCL and the DSL a couple years ago, but 16% with as much power as he's shown, he's not going to get in trouble with that.
Mm-hmm. And he's already
And
started off at Hudson Valley very well. He's hitting 333, 407 on base. I saw one game where he stole back-to-back bases of second and third base. So I'm really excited about him at Hudson Valley and hope he continues to play well.
yeah, and he's batting second in that lineup behind Spencer Jones, and
Mm-hmm.
he's playing shortstop, which he has been playing shortstop, but it was kind of surprising that they moved Vargas off of shortstop to give Serna that shot. That's exciting to me.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of it's merit, right? Because Serna has been performing well. He performed very well at Tampa, and unfortunately, Vargas seems to kind of be stuck behind a wall. Um, so I don't know. Maybe this promotion lights a fire under Vargas. I know we saw him play well over the last couple of days, so we'll see how it goes.
But how often do you see the Yankees do things on merit? If they did promotions on merit, the guys that we just talked about would have been
Yeah,
up a month ago.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I don't know. Maybe it's just people, saying for the longest the same thing that we've been saying. Why is Serna still in Tampa? You know,
yeah,
can't really explain it. Just happy that it finally did happen though, because
absolutely.
there are some guys who you and I have both said, why is he up? Why didn't he get a promotion?
Yeah. So who's next?
Jesus Rodriguez is the next guy. He's a catcher, first base, third base, left fielder. Last season at the FCL, I think he finished second or third in batting average. In 84 games at Tampa, he hit 297, 378 on base, 24 extra base hits, 6 home runs, 42 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, and he struck out at a 14.9 clip.
Oh, really? I didn't know that he was such a low strikeout guy, too.
Walking at 11% as well.
The only issue with him has been the power hasn't shown up yet, but he makes
hmm
again, he makes a lot of contact and he makes a lot
hmm
of quality contact that you think that power will come
hmm
as he continues to develop.
Yeah, he typically has a higher batting average. The last season, he well over 300. I remember exactly what it was, but like I said, he finished, I want to say third in the league in average. So I mean, the guy does make a lot of contact. He does get on base a lot.
Yeah. Um, he's another guy that's Rule 5 eligible this winter.
hmm
Do you think that that's someone they protect? They try to let squeak through?
If I had to guess, they're probably hoping that no one picks him, because he just got to Hudson, so their hope is that no one picks him up, because they have so many guys that can catch behind Jesus. You used to have Edison Duran. You have Manuel Palencia, who just got the call up. They just picked up another two, I think, undrafted kids. So they have a lot of these guys.
They have so many catchers. I'm not sure if they have more catchers or shortstops. So who else we got?
Anthony Hall was another guy who was promoted. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he probably was the guy who was surprised the Yankees promoted. Um, because he's one of those guys that should have gotten promoted, I would say maybe a couple weeks ago. Um, and it wasn't like he was at the time tearing the cover off the ball. I think he was hitting
No, it wasn't.
269, 382 on base. He had 21 extra base hits, 9 RBIs, 30, I'm sorry, 9 home runs, 37 RBIs, striking out at a 22.4% clip. I mean, he's a left-handed right fielder, I want to say, left-handed outfielder. So I'm always interested in these guys, especially in the Yankee system. But again, I was a bit surprised that they did promote him because he like we were just saying he wasn't tearing the cover off the ball, but they made the move. It's probably because of the draft class coming in. They needed to find a place for their new kids.
I think it had to do with that. He was a pretty advanced college back coming out of the draft last year.
Hmm.
Um, I've heard that he can play center, but I don't know that he'll stick there.
Hmm.
I mean, I think he's probably a left fielder going forward, left fielder, right fielder, something like that. But the kid can hit.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what he does as he continues to go up. I think there's a chance for him to be a solid player.
Absolutely.
So who else you got?
The last guy I wanted to talk about was Jack Neely, who we both are big fans of. Probably I don't know, definitely one of the top three bullpen arms in the system. Um, he was five
Easily.
and three. Yeah, he was 5-3. He pitched to a 2.03 ERA, 0.90 whip in 48 and two-thirds innings. He struck out hold on a second. Damn, I don't have the strikeout numbers, but he was one of the guys, one of those big strikeout guys. He
Mm-hmm.
was striking out 13, almost 14 Ks per nine, 39% strikeout rate, and 159 average against. So he was definitely one of those dominating arms coming out of the bullpen, and hopefully he moves quickly through the system.
Yeah, he should be. He's one of the by far more advanced bullpen arms that we have in the system. But the other thing I really like about him is he's capable of going multi innings.
Mhm.
He's not just limited to that one inning role. And his stuff seems to play up. He doesn't, I haven't seen him touch 100, but his fastball sure puts people in bad swing decisions enough that it plays like it's 100.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
to me he's definitely one of the most exciting guys in this in coming out of the bullpen. I know there's him. We've spoken about him before. Danny Watson, Bailey Dees, Luis Velasquez. These are guys that I'm really excited to see progressing through the system, and hopefully we'll see them sooner than later.
all right. So we got anything else?
Well, you had a couple guys that went up from FCL to Tampa. You have Roc, Manuel Palencia, and Cole Gabrielson, who were all bumped up.
Now, tell me a little bit more about Cole.
I don't know much about these draft kids. I leave that
Okay.
up to you. I'm more IFA. That's more my
Well,
thing. The
I'm
the draft
sorry.
the draft kids are more on you and Nick that I lean on.
Yeah. Okay. Next time I'll have that a little more on him. We have any more DSL kids?
The only other one, actually, there was one promotion from DSL to the FCL, which was Chalniel Arias, who was one of the best pitchers in the Dominican Summer League this season. He's pitched, I think, one or two games so far in the FCL. We'll see how he progresses throughout the system because, like I said, he was one of the best pitchers in the DSL.
I saw him on a stat as far as strikeouts per nine, and
Hmm.
it, he's right up there with Thorpe, Hampton, Fitz.
Yeah, I saw that too. I think he's in the top nine, I want to say, in the
Mm-hmm.
top nine. But yeah, definitely is a guy that racks up a lot of Ks.
Okay. So I guess we'll leave it there for that one.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for everything. We'll see you guys later.
All right, guys.